blue notes, that's a mobby pass. More chops than karate class. I can hear the blues when the shotty blast. The whole block blowing horns, that's that Jackson jazz. It's when the blue notes, that's a mobby pass. More chops than karate class. I can hear the blues when the shotty blast. The whole block blowing horns, that's that Jackson jazz.
I told you guys, man, we coming with it, man. We nonstop. What's going on? It's really
this is VI. This is Factorz TV, y'all.
We're back at it, episode 18.
17.
17?
18?
18, man. Listen, man, it's been a while, man. We keeping it going, man. The numbers is growing.
18, damn.
Appreciate everyone that's been supporting us, been watching, reposting, resharing, retweeting. Any support you've given us, we appreciate it, man. Factorz TV is still going strong.
Oh, yeah. In a minute, we're going to implement a new format, you know, new subjects, a whole new structure. But, you know, thank you for rocking with us, you know what I'm saying?
No, for sure, man. So how you been, man? What's going on? How's that past week been for you?
It's been good. It's been a good week, man. We're right here now. You know that wide cam messes me up. It's been a good week. Really just been this remote learning. I'll never get used to it. My son. That's really every day is something new. It's I feel like I'm IT troubleshooting stuff.
Because we grew up in the system. This is the new system. Like homeschooling is the new.
Yeah.
Like for everyone, not just people who pay for it.
Yeah, and I eventually want to go back, but I do feel good with them being home because a lot of my friends, their kids like are getting sick still, you know. So I'm kind of happy he's home because of that reason. But it's hell trying to figure out stuff. His teacher has to FaceTime and Zoom us all the time to help us out with things. But other than that, it's been good. Still getting the house together in the middle of remodeling, in the middle of living there. Taking care of, you know, just had a litter, so it's just been wild, you know.
A lot of change, or positive change, but it seemed like a lot of change, man. That's always good. Always good to have that, man. That's what's up.
What's going on with you?
Me, myself, still in school. Been working on finishing this business and management degree, so every day I'm doing that. Working on these events we got coming up next month. This whole season changing. I mean, summertime's coming. It's a lot we got planned, man. A lot of nightlife things we got, and you know, day parties and community events. I was going through some things because me myself, I'm going to move soon too. I was going through some things, and I actually found a lot of stuff from us giving back as youth. So it was good for me to go through that and just realize that we've been working for a long time, and I'd had time to sit and think while I was sitting there going through things of all we done. So it was a good kind of a. What's it called? When you save something, you put it, it's a kind of a good time.
Time capsule?
Yeah, time capsule for me to see those things that 2001, 2002, 2003. And so we've been giving back. We've been about the community. So
no, yeah, I seen you post somebody inbox you and said they work for them now, you know, and I was like, dang, since 2001.
Yeah, it was like OG, man, you been doing it. And I said, man, it's just been active and being into the community for a long time matters because we forget a lot that we've done, but then we come across a memory or some piece of paper that lets you know, hey, they thanked the Double R Twins, which was our names at the time. They thanked the Double R Twins for contributing to their event and said that we can come back. And it was basically the Seattle Youth Employment Program, which we worked for and worked with. So like I said, man, it was great to just go through kind of a time capsule and seeing things. And it's kind of like a refresh, like, okay, it's a purpose, you know? You lose purpose
I totally
sometimes.
forgot about it. You know, sometimes you get lost in the journey. You figure out, you know, what's the new way I can contribute, what's the new way I can support, give back, and then, you know, something like that is like nostalgia. It's like, wow, really,
Spark, yeah.
You know, it's 2022, you know, and that says 2001. You know, you wasn't even 18 in 2001, so you're like,
nah.
You're like, wow, you know, I've been doing it this long, you know, it gives you motivation to continue doing it. So, you know, that was dope to see as well, for sure.
That's what's up, man. Well, I mean, basically, we're going to jump right into it because I know you personally, I know you don't take to being, having your personal space invaded too well, man. So this issue that Mike Tyson got, man, you explain what happened, man, how you feel about it?
It's not an issue, man. He was minding his business on the JetBlue flight, and it's so funny because, you know, usually they put out the bad description of the black man. This is a white dude who was messing with him. He kept poking at him, talking mess, hovering in his space, and Mike Tyson basically turned around and, you know, gave him some Beats by Dre, gave him a couple, you know, a couple of knots in his head. But it was so funny because the news release was like, you know, career criminal, you know, and did all his charges, and it was like refreshing to see that because it's like,
yeah, they usually would try to kind of black man.
You
yeah,
know, it don't even matter about, you know, what you did. It's what you did in the past. So, but yeah, Mike Tyson was, you know, he's been agitated and poked at, and somebody on the plane was messing with him, and he turned around and gave him a few lumps. He ain't doing too bad, but I don't care. Get hit by Mike Tyson, get hit by Mike Tyson.
And I watched the video, and dude was really doing a lot. I don't care if you're a drunk adult. He was really poking at Mike and, talking tough. And, of course, Mike is a person some people will see and try to intimidate. Who wants to say they punked Mike Tyson or they got one over on Mike Tyson? Who don't want to say that? But it's a risk doing that. I don't know why people are thinking of doing things to someone who has made a living off almost killing people legally. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not we're talking about somebody who was a 2 or 3 year great. We're talking about somebody who's solidified as a legend, solidified as one of the hardest hitters in boxing history. Not just like a good boxer, like documented one of the hardest hitters. Dude asked for it. I watched the video. He wanted it. He got it. And it was still signed and delivered. I'm not mad at it one bit. There are some people who are giving Mike negative feedback, but at the same time, check this out. They're in a first-class fight. You see the plane seats they were sitting in? If you haven't seen the seats, then go check it out. They were like Emiratis. It was some type of first-class, big-ass plane where they got where you could lay down. It was real first class. And you're antagonizing me in first class? You're poking at me and in my ear behind me?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm glad it was on camera. Because, it'd be hard-pressed to explain that to somebody, I mean, we just seen Will Smith slap somebody and he said one line, So for you to be in somebody's ear, behind their neck and their head talking mess is like, I don't know. And it's so funny because after he got punched, his whole mood changed.
Oh, man, he was a humble little baby, man. That little pie with a dollop of ice cream.
Got his head whooped on. But, boom. I'll whoop your head, boy.
No, literally, his humble pie, his face was all red. He looked like he got whooping and couldn't do nothing about it.
No, he was sad, and that's what he gets. Maybe that'll be an example for people, for time to come, so people could learn. Just leave people alone.
But common sense, it just ain't common. There's no way that you see a man that is known for wrecking stuff. He's known for beating people down, bro. There's no way you come across that and you want to poke at it. It's like seeing a lion without no fence, without no chain, and you're like, oh, lion, you ain't gonna do nothing to me, man. You ain't bad as you think you is, man. Ah, man, you know what I would do to you?
Got hands and feet.
Wop, babaloo, bop.
Put all over him, hands and feet. I believe it was like April 21st, April 22nd. It's crazy how this flew under the radar. The U.S. is really a mofo place. Like, they really put out what they want to. The media is really controlled by who it's controlled by. At the Supreme Court House, one of the, most nationally known places in the U.S., somebody set themselves on fire and killed themselves. No one said nothing about it.
There's not a media outlet? I haven't heard about it. This is my first time hearing about it.
Yeah, nobody said nothing.
Right here on Factorz TV.
Yeah, I mean,
Exclusive.
Afterwards, they spoke on it once it got leaked. But it's crazy. I seen the headline. No, excuse me. I was on Twitter and seen somebody talk about it. I'm like, that's somebody, that'd be bigger news. Then I clicked the link and it showed different ads for it. And they really flew that on the radar. Like, somebody just spontaneously combusted. Somebody set themselves on fire, in front of the courthouse, and was airlifted to the hospital, but succumbed to their injuries and died. Like, that was news nowhere. Rest in peace to them. But
my mouth is I couldn't close my mouth because this is my first time really hearing about it. Like, we come with our own topics for the show and stuff and points, but that's deep.
Bro, they put it nowhere. It was
so that at our capital in Washington or the nation's capital.
Supreme Court. I think it's in D.C., right?
I would believe, no, the Supreme Court's in, of course, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to think, was it here or there? And for them to do that and not be on any
Washington,
type of
CNN.
any type of article, man, that's deep, man. That shows you what the media wants to portray and what it wants to do. It doesn't want to show the people who are protesting for social injustices or maybe religious things, because that's something deep. There's a lot of people in other countries who sacrifice themselves for a higher meaning or a higher cause, and to not highlight that, man, just lets you know exactly what they want to do and how they want to do it.
No, yeah, that's crazy. When I seen that, I was like, I have to talk about this. Just because nobody's talking about it. Like, this person set themselves on fire. I don't know if it was a man or woman.
Broad daylight in the United States.
And no one said anything. It's like they start talking about, something totally not even worth talking about. They just...
Little boy stealing chips, getting roughed up by the police.
Yeah, stupid stuff like that makes headline. But, somebody does that outside of a, national place, national security, fucking a national monument, they're in Washington D.C. in the metropolitan area, and he or she set themselves on fire, and nobody said anything. So I was just shocked to see that, man. I'm like, wow, the news is really not. They put out, any narrative they want to put out, because I feel like that should have been spoken upon. Like,
the media be trying to serve news you can use and hide the news that you need. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of that, shout out to Johnny Depp, man. Domestic abuse against men is real.
Hey, man, listen, dog. When
And
you
it's
take
not
a
right.
victory as a man, you take it and you run.
It makes no sense. He's been going through court issues with his ex-wife
For years, though. It's been a long time.
Yeah, like for a long time. But she had posted some videos of him, being angry and irate, and he lost $50 million worth of deals. They took the Pirates of the Caribbean saga off of most streaming networks. Like, he really lost the bag and some notoriety with it. And he compiled, I believe it was 80 hours of CCTV footage. The kids got in the stand and, spoke on witnessing things, videos, pictures of her being abusive, manipulative, abusive with the kids, verbally abusive, physically abusive. She took a number 2 in the bed and blamed it on the dog. Like, she's mentally ill. And, it's been flying under the radar. But when he was put on blast, it was everywhere.
For slamming cabinets. I seen one video. It was like slamming cabinets. We react different ways. And showing violence, showing anger, it's really not a good thing. But we go through emotions as a human. You can't escape the human experience, as my dude Bro Fresh says all the time. You can't escape the human experience. So, you mean to tell me that you could put up a video of me hitting, slamming cabinets or whatever, but there's actual footage of you around the house throwing things, hitting people, and taking a boo-boo in our bed and blaming a dog?
Blaming a dog. She's a sicko.
This lady needs 1,000 hugs and a straight jacket made by Marc Jacobs. She needs a designer straight jacket.
No, she's sick in the head, and no one's saying anything. Like, you literally have to tune in to the court sessions that they put out there for the viewing to see what's going on. There's no one talking about it. But when he was being talked about and fingers pointed at him, they put it on Front Street. Everything was lost. He lost so many opportunities. Like I said, the Pirates of the Caribbean is one of the biggest sagas and series in cinema history as far as movie goes. Yeah. And they took that mess down, along with other things. But since she's been the one who's been in the hot seat, and the kids got in there and expressed how she acts towards them, towards their dad, like nothing's happened. So it brought forth to my attention domestic, abuse and violence is viewed different when it comes to,
men or women,
women doing it to men. You know what I'm saying? When it's man and woman, it's pushed to the forefront. When it's the other way around, it's, you're supposed to be a strong man. You're supposed to not care. You're not supposed to get past it, and that's not right. Everybody's entitled to their own, human space, their own privacy, their own safety. You know what I'm saying? You hitting somebody, whether it's man or woman, is not right. So that was just something I saw. I was like, that's crazy how no one's talking about it at all.
No, and it's sad. And if you are experiencing domestic violence, no matter if you're a man or a woman, or whoever you identify as, whatever your pronoun is, it's not right to experience and make excuses for someone abusing you, whether it be mentally, physically, or emotionally. So
equal rights and less.
Definitely need to talk to someone, give help, because that's something that it doesn't get any better. I've been through situations where, as good as you want something to be, if it's with the wrong person, it's not going to ever work out or be good. So it's better for you to leave a situation and get help and protection. Protect yourself for sure. There's nothing wrong with protecting yourself. You have to, man or woman. And growing up black, it's kind of hard to think, oh, man, I'm about to call the police on her. Like, we're talking not to
do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. What did Nike say? Just do it.
Hey, man, don't be afraid to call.
Listen, man, she hits you or she threatens you, call the police.
Put it on record. Get a protection order. Let them know what's going on, because she's going to do it to you. And guess what they do in women's states like California and Washington? It don't matter. The state will pick it up on your ass. They don't care, So, I know we tell men, man, you the snitch, you the sucker. You're going to be in jail over something you potentially didn't
even do.
So don't be afraid. Pick up that phone and call.
Listen, man, love ain't that strong, man. Love the dial tone. And call the police, get help. All right, stay away from DV situations. Be better, not bitter. What's next,
seriously? What's crazy is something I just learned. Washington State doesn't have a law for rent cap. So your landlord can go up $3,000 tomorrow, and there's nothing that can be done. And I was really shocked to hear this, because I'm like, somebody has to be stepping in for the people, and there's nobody representing anybody. There's no law that says, landlords cannot go up on rent,
I literally just seen someone post last year their apartment complex went up $275, and then this year, just now, they announced in September they're going up another $375.
On the same post I seen, someone said their rent went up $375 for something. Someone I saw said their rent goes up every 6 months. Like, what the hell? Like, there's really no wage increases. There's no, incentives. There's no more stimuluses going on. And it's crazy that these landlords can really say, hey, this month I feel like making more, You
guys are charging for stuff that ain't even there no more. You charging for space. You can't even give no more space.
Yeah, that's why I moved out my townhome.
We're not talking about amenities. We're not talking about appliances, quality of the space. We're talking about the space.
You even add no square footage. Are you telling me I got to pay you more? I had a townhome, and there was literally no closet space. Like, I had to store stuff in the garage. It was just weird, like there's no closet space. And they were like, the owner sold to a new buyer. It was like 8 townhomes in an establishment. And the new people were like, yeah, we're going up this much on rent. It's like, okay, what else is being added? Like, what
you throwing in there, bud?
Yeah, nothing. You want me to pay more for what I'm getting? I'm out of here.
Same shit.
Yeah, no, seriously. And I cussed him out, and he tried to charge me extra on the move out. Go to hell. Still.
Gasoline draws on.
Eric, go to hell. To this day. Seriously. For real. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Seriously.
Watch your back, E.
Nah, yeah.
Your ass is grass, bro.
He's a dickhead. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. When we come back, got some more news, some more things to talk about. Stick around.
I did it for the city. I did it for the love. I did it for the people. I did it for us.
Back on this rap ish. I ain't even broke a sweat, homie. This practice. Pondering my next move. Staring at my track list. Hope I ain't miss my window. Praying like a Baptist, Seattle's own. Tired of this Game of Thrones. They made a list of the best rappers, and guess who wasn't on? While the disrespect continues, I'm steady packing these venues.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.
Just want you guys to know this is sponsored by Hands and Feet, ready to eat for everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're still at it. I seen you were talking about, shut up, man. Stop laughing because you make me laugh. We got a show to do. Shut up. I see you talking about online dating, and is it a scam or a joke? What do you mean by that?
My opinion, online dating is a shazam. It's a shazam.
Why? There's yams online. I seen them.
Yeah, but see, that's more of on the free networks, like the already Facebooks and social networks and platforms of the world. But where you have to actually pay to date, there were some characters in them joints, man.
I've never been.
I called myself about 5-6 months ago getting on Black, which is the old Black Planet.
You're a big old freak.
And then what? And then oh man, I don't know what you're talking about. Black Planet, and then what's another one? There's another one, Hinge. So I got on these websites, man. I got on these dating apps, and when I tell you, you better just stick with what you got. It is nothing out there, and it's some characters. I'm not shallow how, but I'm not doing anything, and it's a lot of maybe it's where I'm at, maybe this region, because Black app got white people on it, and I don't understand it. But the dating app, it seems to just be a
Black
scam.
got white people on it.
No, I do.
That's like when you type in big booty ebonies and white girls pop up. What's that about?
Big booty, big busty ebony.
Big busty ebonies and white girls pop up.
Oh, but seriously, you pay for Black. You pay the regular one is like $25 a month, $20 a month for be okay.
Oh, they got premiums.
What? And you're paying for nothing. You're paying for nothing, man. I'm trying to, and I was really on there for about 2-3 months. I was on Hinge. Hinge is free, but
dedicated.
Both of them had the same kind of like reach. It was like, you guys ain't really doing nothing different than me going to a random night in Seattle and trying to meet somebody. So to me, and for my eyes, it's a schism. For everyone else, I believe that I believe that they kind of, you know what I'm saying, they're kind of like finding things or finding entertainment and stuff. But with us and being in Seattle, being a place that the black population is really small, then being a promoter and, you know, a well-known person from here, it already makes the damn population small. So I try to get on socials and get on those dating apps to try, you know, meet somebody new, see somebody I didn't see.
Good luck. But see, I don't even think, I've heard success stories and then I've heard, you know, scams and shams, but it's the same in person. I think just what happens. Like, I remember I met a young lady, hung out with her, and she came over to my house and she was like, wow, you're really different, you know? If you was another dude, you'd be trying to have sex with me. And I was like, yeah, you know, that's not just what I'm about, you know? It's bigger than that. I've done that, you know? So, like, 2 months later, she was like welcoming her pregnancy. Like, she was like, you know, expecting. I'm like, whoa, I see what you were doing. So it's like, seriously, I'm like, damn, that was quick. Like, dodged the bullet, clearly. I wasn't doing it fast enough.
No, yeah,
she's
a
sicko. But, you know, I think in person or online, it like doesn't matter. Like, you're gonna run into sickos, losers. I think it's just by chance these days because everything's so watered down these days, whether it's online, in person, people, period. So
I can't make this up. This girl added me. She hit me, literally was like, hey, what's up? How you doing? I'm like, I'm fine. How are you? What's going on? So she said, I forgot, it was something like in the context of where she's from and what she does. I'm like, that's for something from Seattle, Wooty Woo. And so I was like, that's cool. That was it. So what do you want from me? Like nudes or something? And blocked me. That's it. There in the punchline. That was a day nap. I was like, bro, I didn't ask you for nothing. I didn't say nothing out of the pocket. I have all the screenshots. She said, what do you want, nudes? And blocked me. I said, oh, Jesus.
And that's another thing with dating here. People need to find healing. Like,
everybody be broken up.
She needs to go find healing. Like, clearly somebody ambushed her for nudes or someone pocketed nudes and sent them out. Like, she has a trauma that she needs to deal with. That's why online dating is sketchy too, because you can't, like, you don't know the person, like, you don't know somebody you meet, but at least it's a real feel when you're in touch.
Yeah,
like,
you
when
get
you're
to read
online,
different gestures and stuff.
You might be talking to somebody in a aluminum foil room with 10 cats. Like, you have no idea.
Oh, what do you be thinking about? You don't smoke weed no more.
I be thinking of the sickos. That's exactly why you ran into a sicko, because you don't think about them. There's sickos everywhere.
Aluminum room.
Aluminum foil
10 cats. Lord Jesus. Yeah, anybody out there, if you know me or bro, if you're on our socials, you're on Converge, man, hit us up. Let us know how you feel about dating apps, because it's a hit or miss for me, mostly a miss. And I think people really need to be honest with their experiences, because we get to create a facade online and then in person it'd be a dud. So I think that it's a scam for me. If we all just got back out there in the world and bumped shoulders, I think it would be a lot better relationships and intentions with stuff. But I mean,
yeah, just get at him on his Twitter, meethornyman.com.
Yeah, I got him, Mar,
Shiny, Sky Blue Reg, Sky Blue Mar.
Man,
Sky
I got
Blue
dudes
Shine.
on my back every day talking about my tweets, because I'm a heterosexual man that loves to enjoy. You know what I'm saying?
Any given
I love
morning,
women.
you'll wake up to a tweet from this guy, and it's not to anybody, but just random. It's like, man,
Red said, bro, you asked that 6 a.m. white and 10 in your mouth. He said that was the coldest tweet of 2022.
We're women of Pop-Tarts, and you're talking about, salacious things online. So, he's hell, but good luck.
Yeah, good luck on that. I'm not in a dating apps no more. They can keep that stuff.
Yeah, don't pay for that shenanigans. You can pay me, I'll hook it with somebody.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
No, yeah, you'll be terrified. These ladies suck. It's like, these dudes suck too. I wouldn't know though. But speaking of dating, a long drawn on case I'm so tired of. Meg the Stallion and
Tory Lanez.
I don't know what's going on with that case. She just did an interview with Gail, Oprah's sister, girlfriend. I don't know what it is, but it was like the R. Kelly one. She lied. She asked her about, have you ever had sex with Tory? And she was like, excuse me? Like, you heard what she said.
No, yeah. I watched, I think 50 Cent said, yeah, she lying. He was like,
she lying.
And the way you take that long to think about it, he was like, and the first story was, if you think about when it first happened, the story was that something happened because they were dating.
Yeah.
And he
slept with the friend
slept
or
with a friend or made a gesture at a friend. Now all of a sudden you never slept with him, which is all corny. I think it's some extras put in there to make herself look good, because if it's the truth, the first time around will work very well.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? When you first something going on, you feel like, and I stood up for her, so I'm not speaking from hating on her. If you look at my post from that time, I'm wondering why there's even a gun around her. You know, dudes do this tough stuff, you know what I'm saying, where they gotta have a gun around a girl and all that. So I supported her, you know what I'm saying? But now it's kind of like,
Like, no, it's like now it's not making sense. And that's my thing. If he did do it, then he should do his time and face the charges. But there's been nobody who's been guilty of something that's been drawn on this long. 2, she got shot in the foot. I've been shot in the foot. They took fragments from my foot and my Yeezy shoe. They're saying they can't find any evidence.
they took my nigga's entire shoe.
They
said he couldn't get them back, so I don't know.
The Seattle Police Department took my Yeezy, and said we're keeping it and the fragments. So I don't know what made me important for them to take my stuff, but they didn't take Meg's stuff.
There wasn't no limited
Yeezys.
No Yeezys he couldn't find no more.
Nah, yeah, but she's saying there's no evidence. Like, there's nothing making sense. So I'm just ready for it to be over. If you did
that's
it,
a great
lock 'em
point,
up.
because we dealt with, you know, unfortunately with certain stuff like
I got
that.
shot in my foot too, and they took fragments, and they took my shoe. But in your case,
They
there's
got
no evidence
nothing.
anywhere.
They got nothing. Yeah, that's deep. I didn't even think about it like that.
It just don't make sense. No, yeah, to me, I'm like, hey, I've been there too. And I put in my shoe. He was like, we got to keep it.
Niggas back, ripped pants, going through stuff in the ambulance. You know, they give you back. They give you back stuff. They'll have it in evidence. But you're right though. You ain't got no evidence of being shot in the foot, no clothes, no nothing, no bullet fragments, and you just literally telling everybody that this man shot you. It's unfortunate. It really is. I would never change that. She shouldn't have to experience that. Being a young black woman, she should feel safe around people. She should feel comfortable. But obviously, she wasn't moving right. Someone was riding her in for it to happen and be strung on and long as it has been. It's been a long time for an attempted murder, for an assault case.
Hell yeah. That's my thing. Like, there's not been a black man who wasn't guilty of something who ain't been a speedy trial. Like, they send you a lawyer. Like, hey,
let's get this
we need to
over.
get this done now.
Yeah.
You know, so something weird going on. Also, I hope her dude shuts up because he plays tough. And if he did shoot, you don't want to play anybody who shoots people. If he did shoot her, like, come fight me. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, people it gets dumber and dumber. Like, her
Stupid.
dudes being tough and stuff. You're telling somebody that supposedly shot somebody to come see you.
Yeah. Death wish. That's
That's
like when he was
dumb.
beefing with the baby. He was like, pull up. For what? To get flatlined? Like, I don't understand. Being tough ain't worth it, man. Just let it go. You
Man,
know?
listen, swallow your pride, wet it,
What?
make
See?
sure that it's soft, and shove it up your butt. Because
hornball.
your pride's going to, no, I'm saying wet your pride,
Yeah,
make it soft, and
wet
shove it
your
up your
pride.
butt. Shove it up your butt. Because your pride's going to get you killed, all right? Men, be prideful in things you want to do to accomplish great things, but being prideful
MeetHornyman.com.
in the streets, being prideful with situations where you can easily say, we could turn the other cheek, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let this being prideful is going to be the end of a lot of people. So even myself with prideful things, not want to ask to learn something or whatever it is, don't be prideful, because it's going to be the demise of a lot of men.
Yeah, it's gonna be the end, the means to an end. I see you say something about business, and you said don't cut corners in business. What were you talking about?
This is something, because we've always been in business, something I take serious is no matter what it is you do, no matter what it is you're pursuing, make sure that you're taking the right steps, the credible steps to get to where you want to go. If you want to be able to do something, you can't do it, either take the right steps to learn it, or either get someone who can. And I just see in business, a lot of people cut corners trying to save money or trying to out people being in it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to work with too many people. You don't want so-and-so to be in part of this. And you can't do that in business. Like, I'm finishing my business degree right now, and as much business I've done before now, I'm really starting to learn the process and the ethics of business. And you literally can't cut any corners. If there's somebody that is supposed to do this for you, we're in the studio right now recording. Me and Ronnel ain't hit the buttons. We ain't editing nothing. Because there's a process and there's steps to everything you do. And a lot of people try to cut that. So I wanted to preach people who actually doing everything in business, if not the right way, proper enough to where you won't miss anything or abuse yourself or anyone else, because it's a lot of business practices that are really foul, and a lot of people get left hanging, or a lot of people don't get their just due. And so when it comes to business, I just preach that everybody does step by step. And if you can't do it, there's someone who can, who's an expert. Make sure you get the proper help, because you're not only hurting yourself and your reputation, you're taking away from people who potentially have careers and jobs and these things that you need. So don't cut corners in business. You know what you're made for and what you can do, and do it to the fullest. Create things around it that can bring other people in. Maybe you can do something else alongside of it, but make sure that you call the right people for the right things, because business is top tier, and if you're going to be BS, then you're not going to last long. So don't cut corners, man.
Yeah, stop being cheap. That's my biggest thing about business. Stop being cheap, man. If you want a service, pay for it. Everybody's talking about something to the time to pay. Next thing you know, it's about we. You want me to be a damn humanitarian, but you know, like, pay me for my service like I'm gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, bro? I got 500, man. You got one of them dogs?
I don't know what it is with black people and 500, but all dogs aren't $500. Just like, you know, like magic number, like several. This ain't just something I put on my people. It's generalization because it was generally like 10 people.
What you thinking about?
Yeah,
What, 500?
You know, 500. And then when I tell them to go rescue some or go to a spot, they're like, oh, they get offended, you know. But they're not offended that I paid such thousands of dollars for a dog, spend thousands a year on food, thousands in medical bills. To reproduce costs thousands. You know what I'm saying? You know what it takes to bring you a dog. Costs thousands of dollars, you know? So just in business, stop being cheap. You know, pay for what you want and pay for what you want to get. You know, I see a lot of people cut corners. Like, as far as promotions, me and bro, we've been promoting for years. Someone told us he didn't think we were worth the money. And one night, we both had parties at the same time, and he brought a B, C-list celebrity, and we just did it off the muscle. And ours killed his, and he was confused. And I'm like, cuz, this is organic. This is what we do, and that's
expertise.
Why you pay for it. You know, and you bring somebody and didn't do well because this is not what you do. You know what I'm saying?
You think paying someone that has a name is going to bring out the people when the work you put in and what
who you are. If you've been in the lane for a long time, people will trust you. Like, I got people who hit me every day for a party. You know, my birthday's coming up in July, August. You know, just different things they want to do because they know this is what I do. So if you want a service done, pay somebody for it. You know, no one can really ever say we done bad business. That's one thing I love standing on because you can't. Go to somebody and ask that, and they'll tell you. They do good business. And I suggest everybody do the same.
Is that it?
That's it, man. F these people.
Oh, man, I was going to say, you seem kind of irritated like you're the business part.
Yeah, man, because some suckers owe me money. Jive turkeys.
All right, man. Well, look, man, you guys get that money over to Big Dog before you take somebody's head off. This is really...
Yeah, I'm strapped. It's like, no, I'm VI. It's like, no, I'm VI.
It is a Factorz TV.
We out.
I did it for the city. I did it for the love. I did it for the people. I did it for us.
Back on this rap ish. I ain't even broke a sweat, homie. This practice. Pondering my next move. Staring at my track list. Hope I ain't miss my window. Praying like a Baptist. Seattle's own. Tired of this Game of Thrones. They made a list of the best rappers, and guess who wasn't on? While the disrespect continues, I'm steady packing these venues.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.